Hi, my name's Garrett Brown, and I'm part of the PSYC-102 online class. And today I'm going to talk about neural impulse, and it's part of Chapter 2. Chapter 2 is mainly on the biology of the mind, but this section I'm going to talk about is on the neural impulse. So to start off, neural impulse, the neurons transmit messages when they're stimulated by signals from other neurons around them, and from that the neurons fire an impulse called the action potential. And what the action potential is, it is just a brief electrical charge that travels throughout the axon, and the axon is it's what passes messages away from the body cell rather than passes away from the cell body to other neurons and muscles or glands and stuff like that. And now what's really interesting and impressive about the neural impulse is that it can fluctuate at speeds from 2 miles an hour to 200 miles an hour. And actually, to put that in reference, is even at its top speed, 200 miles an hour, is only 3 million times slower than electricity passing through a wire itself. Now, going back to the axon, we tend to say that the axon surface is selectively permeable. And what that basically means is that it is essential to maintain homeostasis by regulating the passage of other substances coming in and coming out, and regulates all that stuff. And moving on to the neural impulse, it has a resting pulse called the refractory period. And the neuron pumps the positively charged sodium ions back outside, so therefore it could fire again, and it can actually get up. This process can repeat itself 100 or even 1,000 times per second. Now, the last thing I'm going to say about neural impulse is that about a neuron is that the neuron's reaction is an all or none response. And basically, you can compare it to like a gun. So when you fire a gun, it is a all or none process. It doesn't halfway do it, whatever. It's an all or none. So the neuron sends the messages all the way or none. So that's pretty much it. That's really impressed with the neural impulse. It's actually really interesting. A lot to learn about it. So.